All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So the first Jets practice of training camp is officially in the books. Day 2 in total of training camp. Obviously, yesterday it was day 1, but it was primarily interviews and press conferences and whatnot. So let's dive into the practice. And there was actually a couple of interesting storylines that came out of this one practice. And, look, it is just one day. It's not earth-shattering here. There's no things that happen in practice aren't set in stone, but we did get a couple of answers, at least to some of our questions going in. The first, let's talk about Makai Becton. According to multiple reporters, he looks slim, he looks good to go, but he did roll with the twos today. He was protecting Zach Wilson out there, and for me, I'm totally fine with it. Let's not rush him back. Becton has missed, frankly, 2 years, a lot of games due to injuries to the lower half. Let's not rush him back. That's the last thing I want at this point in time. It's been a long road. Let's just get him on the field healthy. So the player that actually replaced Makai Becton was Billy Turner. In fact, he was the starting left tackle in today's practice, blocking for Aaron Rodgers. And I think that just goes to show how versatile of a player Billy Turner is. He was brought in on the 1-year contract worth just over $3 million. That to me was one of my favorite offseason moves. I know it's not Orlando Brown or somebody like that. We're not bringing in, Jets aren't signing a top 5 offensive tackle here, but what does Billy Turner give you? He gives you experience working with Nathaniel Hackett and blocking for Aaron Rodgers. He's done that for multiple years. In fact, with Hackett, he was actually with him in Green Bay and in Denver. He gives you experience just from an overall, like a totality sense, right? He's just been an NFL pro for a long time. He's a veteran. Number 3, he gives you positional versatility. He can play guard or tackle on either side of the offensive line. That is huge. That I feel like is like, Billy Turner's presence to me is almost like the missing piece that the Jets have needed in these past couple of seasons. When somebody goes down, and luckily Elijah Vera Tucker is like this as well. But Billy Turner and AVT are in 2 different points of their career. To have a guy in Turner who you can bounce around. Hey, we're going to need you at left tackle. Oh, we're going to need you at right tackle. Maybe, somebody goes down with an injury. We're going to need you at right guard. Whatever the case may be, Billy Turner can step up to the occasion. Again, he's not like rated as a top 3 offensive lineman or anything like that. I totally understand it. But man, I just love having that security on the roster. Another thing to make a note of, Aaron Rodgers was not wearing his calf compression sleeve, so it does look like that is in the past, right? The calf injury, it's totally fine. That was obviously a big talking point early on during OTAs and whatnot, but he looks to be good to go. Everything looks to be fine on that front. Shifting gears and talking about center, Connor McGovern, right? This is a huge positional camp battle. Connor McGovern was the day 1 starting, or day 2, technically speaking, starting center. And we've talked a lot about who's going to be the starting center this season. Personally, I would not be surprised if it is Joe Tippmann, but in the event that the Jets want to roll with McGovern, that is completely understandable because he is a veteran, because he has been in multiple situations before, and theoretically speaking, you're going to get less rookie mistakes, if you will. Obviously, McGovern might not have the upside, of a Joe Tippmann here, but maybe in the short term, who gives us the best chance to win immediately? The Jets could feel like it's McGovern. So we'll see how the camp battle progresses through training camp. Again, nothing is set in stone here. It's just interesting to see the day 1 lineup, right? The day 1 lineup, where do these guys rank in the coach's mind coming out of the gate, right, to start training camp? So going back to yesterday, CJ Mosley in a press conference singled out Jamie and Sherwood, former 5th-round pick out of Auburn, when the question came up of who was going to be the team's breakout player, or who he thinks could be the team's breakout player on defense. He did not hold back. He said it was Jamie and Sherwood, and listed off a couple of reasons. Today, he was the starting 3rd linebacker, right? That weak side linebacker. According to Connor Hughes, he looked smart, he looked athletic, and this is like the classic case of a developmental, or the classic description of like a developmental player. The Jets drafted him in the 5th round a couple of years ago. It's been a few seasons. He has been hurt. He hasn't really seen the field a whole lot due to, the injuries and depth purposes, talent purposes, guys above him on the, on the depth chart here. But it looks like because there is an opening, with Quan being still a free agent, we'll see how long that lasts. Does he wind back up with the Jets? Maybe another team out there. He has met with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Does Sherwood take advantage of this opportunity and, become the team's starting weak side linebacker. That would be huge for him. I just want the Jets to put out the best available option. That's kind of how I'm viewing the situation. Now, according to Zach Rosenblatt, the defense pretty much controlled the day. They were throwing a lot at Aaron Rodgers. They had a few near sacks, a lot of incompletions, and at one point, the offense and the coaches had to do 25 push-ups after losing a competition period. Overall on the day, Rodgers had Rosenblatt going 6 of 10 in 11-on-11 drills, and just the offense was pretty rocky. Granted, it was a light day, and Zach also mentioned that the two positions that shined, cornerback and defensive end, two positions that I feel like are so deep, whether you're a Jet fan or not. Like, you have to admit, man, the Jets have tons of DNs and tons of cornerbacks. So I'll leave it there. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. And as always, go Jets.